It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next on Madden Football.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. Leading them out, it is their rookie quarterback from your alma mater, Greg, University of Miami.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That's caught! What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. On the ground, it's Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. On the move past the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
1st and 10 now from the 36. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Oh, a wide open receiver. That's Jefferson. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a 1st down. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he will score. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown Titans. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Sly now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Titans will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jaguars offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And a short pickup to about the 30. Second down and 8. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. And back deep for the Titans, it's Mason Kinsey. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, Spears. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. They'll try and run here with Spears. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt. And deep to return, that is Parker Washington. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Jags offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he gets this up to the 28-yard line.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Second down, Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. We are through 1. It's the Titans out to the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. So, a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's complete to ETN. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They put Strange in motion. A first down throw for Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the right side they go, and here comes Pollard. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and long. comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard running left. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it's going to be third down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Now, this looks like a design run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. There he goes again. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They go play action for Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Now second down throw for Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Back to throw. Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. They'll run it here with Etienne. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Now, here's 2nd and goal. Again, they give it to Etienne. And this time, he will work his way into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will come back to tie things at 17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Lawrence now. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now, this defense has no answers.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A big play for Jacksonville. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Throwing is Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
They'll look to run. It's Etienne. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum field. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
On the give, it's Pollard. Pollard, 1st down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, they find themselves in a tight game here in the second half, and they're thinking, we got to get this guy going. He hasn't done much up until this point, but man, you talk about making a play when your team needed it. That's the kind of play that sparks the offense, and now see if they can finish this drive with some points.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but He was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you just got to catch the ball.
Tight end motioning left. Back to the air one more time. No chance at all. He'll go down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's 3rd down and goal. He'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will cut the lead down to 4.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. On the draw, the give to Etienne. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll run here with Pollard. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Second down and 3. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
They'll mark him out at the 1. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 39 yards.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
They'll run here. It's Pollard. Powering forward. He's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and good. And the Titans go up by 3. It's 27-24. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Washington now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This throw right side taken in by Ridley.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
1st and 10, and they give it to Pollard. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So now, after the penalty, a much more manageable 3rd and 3. On play action, he'll... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Titans sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. There's that man again, another catch. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They come up for 2nd and 2. Play action now. It's Lawrence. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Tight end on the move left. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Jacksonville, good night, everyone.